Hope you're all having an incredible week. Seems like forever since we were together last. I know that's not the case. It was just Saturday. But it feels like forever ago. Give me a second and I will get repositioned. I promise. Hey, Baragon. Hello, carry me through. Hey, Ross Lynch actor fan. Early? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are. I want to read you guys something. I got this comment on my video on endangered species gray wolf. I'm going to be reading it from my Chromebook. So if I'm not, dang it, like right up in, if I'm not looking directly at you, bear with me. So the gray wolf is not endangered because there are 75,000 to 200,000 wolves in Alaska, Canada, and Siberia. Wolves are dangerous and do kill and eat people, dogs, and horses. Congress should restore tribal territory hunting rights in Yellowstone Park. Congress should pass H.R. 845, the Pet and Livestock Protection Act. Wolf ecotourism is a multi-billion-dollar livestock insurance fraud that will eventually result in the loss of human life. How much will the Department of Conservation pay for a child, mother, or father who have been unalived and eaten? Nothing is being done to protect the endangered bighorn sheep population, nor the small fragile moose population. There is no need for wolves in the lower 48 states because people buying hunting permits raise millions of dollars for conservation programs and hunt certain species during prescribed times and places. People hunting is a proven effective way to control big game animal populations. It's okay. So I did respond to him, and I'm keeping it's not wrong, but I'm not sold on it being 100% effective. I'm just not. Maybe I get it's his sort of opinion, some of it. Guys, I looked it up. And literally, wolves killed one person between, I think it was 2002 and 2020. One person. And that wolf probably had rabies. There was probably an issue going on. I don't believe that we should open Yellowstone Park up to hunting. I think if your dog is in a place where wolves can get to it and your dog dies, I think instead of penalizing the wolves, we should penalize you for endangerment. That's my personal feeling on it. Ranchers and farmers in areas where wolves live, my understanding is there is government money that is issued for the loss of livestock. And I am not aware of anything that is flat out wolf ecotourism. Although they're calling it wolf eco-terrorism. It being a multi-billion-dollar livestock insurance fraud. Anyway, guys, I'm on a soapbox that I need to get off of. But yeah, visit that video on the endangered species wolf. You can read the comment yourself. Today, we are visiting the Georgia Aquarium. Sort of, anyway. I do need to look something up real quick because I forgot to add it into my video. And I apologize for that, but I wasn't thinking clearly. That is so cool. Uh-oh. I'm trying. I hope I don't get in trouble. So, a few things you should know before you go to the aquarium. Your visit begins at the arrival time that you select. So when you buy it online, you're going to get a time that you select. They're going to check your stroller size. If your stroller is larger than 29 inches or 52 inches in length, so it's 29 inches in width and 52 inches in length, it can't be any larger than that. If your stroller is for medical or sensory purposes, you are exempt from that. There are no date changes 24 hours prior to the date of your reservation. Date changes are not allowed after the date of the ticket, which kind of makes no sense. Children under 2 are free, so that's good to know. I want to know. So, a ticket is good for a single day admission. A ticket is $67.99. They do have sharks at the exhibit. And I think it is $67.99 for anybody. Okay. I don't see any other prices showing. I think it's $67.99 for everybody. A lot of these things that I'm going to be mentioning do not include admission. So you're going to add the price of your whatever it might be to the price of admission. So the first several are going to be behind the scenes tours, behind the seas tour. And the first one is Explore the Surface. It is for all ages. Duration is 30 minutes. The cost is not too bad for this one. It's $16.99 for non-members and $15.99 for members. You're going to be viewing the top sides of some of the aquarium's top exhibits, including the Ocean Voyager exhibit. If you don't know what the Ocean Voyager exhibit is, that is the exhibit that they have at the Georgia Aquarium that houses whale sharks. Behind the Seas tour is you dive deeper. It is for ages 7 and above. Duration is 60 minutes. Non-members are going to pay $49.99, while members are going to pay $44.99. You're going to learn about the aquarium's past, its present, and where they hope to be in the future. That is so cool, Baragon Productions. Pelicans are the coolest. Well, one of the coolest. Next up, we have the private voyage. You must request your voyage, your private tour, 10 days before your wanted dates. Tour length is 90 minutes, I believe. Wait a minute. My thing is all wonky. True. Now not everything is going to be that way, but okay, so this one is extremely pricey. The private, what do they call it again? The private voyage is pricey. It is for $550 for up to 6 guests. And then it's $75 for each additional guest, maximum of 10 guests. You'll get an interactive session with an aquarist at the aquarium and a photo souvenir. High heels, food and drinks, and strollers are not permitted basically on all of these. But we'll come back to some other stuff that you can't do on any of these events. But we'll come back to those. Things to know before you book any of the behind-the-scenes tours. High heels, food, drinks, and strollers are a big nope. There are no restroom breaks. Cameras are allowed, but videos are a nope. And live streaming is also a big nope. You should know that content can change depending upon operational needs. Aquarium admission is not included in the price of any of the behind-the-scenes tours. Next up, we have Sleep Under the Sea. It is, I'm only doing July through September. Members are going to pay $105.99 per person, and non-members are $124.99. Ages are 7 and up. Price of admission is covered for this one. You can enter around 6:45 p.m. You get access to all the presentations, a bedtime snack, complimentary breakfast, guided tours, and activities. You sleep in front of one of the gallery windows. You can select the dates listed on the website under Sleep Under the Seas. Important to note, dinner is not included for this one. So eat dinner before you come. There is an adult-only sleepover. Price is $110.99 per person for members. For non-members, you're looking at $124.99. Again, dinner is not included, and this sleepover does not include drinks. So no adult beverages on this one. Sharks from Above. This is $49.99 for non-members, and the price is $44.99. It is for ages 7 and up only. Adult and a Oh, that's cool, Ross Lynch, actor fan. I've never been to the Georgia Aquarium, and I want to so bad. Participating adults must be with participating minors. Staff will not watch your kid. You must sign a liability waiver before you can participate. Personal items will be stored prior to cage ride. If you have disabilities or impairments, let the staff know before your tour begins. High-heeled shoes are again a big nope. Food and drinks, again, are not allowed. If someone in your tour is claustrophobic, please let the people know that you do have claustrophobia or motion sickness. If you have seafood allergies or shellfish allergies, let the staff know. I don't believe admission is provided for this one. They might, I don't know. Some places do have stuff on the menu. I don't think you go in the water for this one. I think the cage takes you across the top of the water. But they do have other stuff that's even cooler. You can celebrate special occasions on the aquarium. Sorry, I did not do a deep dive on this one, but they did list engagements and graduations. Now, they do have animal encounters at the aquarium. The first one is a beluga encounter. It is $85.99 for non-members and $80.99 for members, and that's $8. That's $80.99, by the way. Ages are 7 and above. The encounter lasts 15 minutes. Guests must sign a waiver if they are 17 and under, and it must be signed and dated by a guardian or parent. You get a encounter and a souvenir photo. Does not include admission to the aquarium. You get 8 minutes of interacting with the animal near the water. The dolphin encounter is the same price. It is for ages 7 and above. It is a 30-minute program. Again, guests 17 and under must sign liability waiver, and it must be signed and dated by the adult in their by an adult in their life. You get the encounter and a souvenir photo. Please let the aquarium know if you have anybody with special needs, and they will do what they can to accommodate you. And they will call you back to go over options with you. So there are options. The harbor seal encounter is a little bit less. For non-members, it's $75.99. And for members, it is $68.99. Or $75.99. Or for members, $68.99, and it is a 30-minute program. Guests 17 and under must sign a liability waiver, yada, yada, yada. And adults are required to be with their child during the encounter. Does not include general admission. The penguin encounter, I believe, is the same amount. It is. Guest 15 and under must have an adult with them, and again, you have to sign a waiver. Again, if you have somebody with special needs, let them know. Does not include general admission. The sea lion encounter is $85.99 for non-members and $80.99 for members. Ages 7 and up. Ross Lynch, actor fan, I will have to check on that. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to switch over. I will have to check, Ross Lynch, actor fan. Okay, and it is the Sea Lion Counter is a 30-minute program. Again, there's a waiver you have to sign. Now, the sea otter encounter, there is a plastic or glass screen between plastic or glass window between you and the otters. The reason for that is otters can be vicious and they can bite. And so that is for your protection as well as the sea otter's protection. Sea otters. The price is $85.99 for non-members and $80.99 for members. 30-minute program. Guests 17 and under have to have a liability waiver signed by the adult in their life. You get the encounter in a souvenir photo. Sharks and Ray interaction is $105.99 for non-members and $100.99 for members. It is a 75-minute program. 18 and under must sign liability. Guests must understand English to understand the safety measures. Must be able yes. You must be able to dress yourselves into and out of wetsuits. Are you guys still with me? You're probably listening. You have to be able to navigate the animal habitat with minimal help. Aquarium wetsuits are designed for guests who weigh no more than 310 pounds. If you have your own larger wetsuit, you may bring it. If you have someone in your party with special needs, call the aquarium before your date. You will be entering the water with the animals, but not swimming with the animals. Dive with gentle giants. Now, this is cool, guys. If I was scuba trained, I would so do this, but I am not. You have to be scuba certified. It is for ages 12 and up. It is a hefty amount of money. It is $374.99 for non-members. Members, it is $355.99. It is a 3-hour experience with a 30-minute dive. Those minors who are 18 and younger must have a participating adult with them. You also must sign a liability waiver. Now, here's where it may be interesting. You must be open water or higher level scuba trained, and you must have proof of certification, or it is a big nope. They also have limits on the size of those who can participate, which is really not fair, but I get it. Waist no larger than 66.5 inches or 169 centimeters. You can weigh no more than 400 pounds or 181 kilograms. Staff cannot help you when you're changing. You must be able to use the water ladder to get out of the tank. Currently, the Swim with Gentle Giants is sold out. Now, you might be wondering, what in the heck are the Gentle Giants? Let me, if I can, you will be diving into the Ocean Voyager tank. It holds 6.3 million gallons of water in this tank. It has a tunnel that is 100 feet, and it holds over 50 species that are. So here are the animals that you might see in this tank. Of course, it holds whale sharks, trevally jacks, stingrays, Goliath groupers, and other sharks. This tank has 4,574 square feet of viewing windows, 100-foot long underwater tunnel, 185 tons of acrylic windows. Their viewing windows are 23 feet tall by 61 feet wide, and they are 2 feet thick. Other fish that you might see in this area is black drum, black soldierfish, black tip reef sharks, blue tang sturgeonfish, blue streak cleaner reefs, blue stripe grunts, bottlenose wedgefish, bow-mouth guitarfish, bow-mouth guitarfish, cow-nose rays, French angelfish, giant groupers, golden trevally, green sea turtles, king angelfish, leopard whiptails, lesser devil rays, long-comb sawfish, manta rays, batfish, porcupine rays, porkfish, powder blue tangs, reef manta rays, rough-tail stingrays, round ribbon-tail rays, sailfin snapper, sandbar shark, sergeant majors, shark-nose gobies, smallmouth grunts, southern stingrays, Spanish hogfish. I believe these are all of the animals in this exhibit, okay? Spotted eagle ray, spotted woobegong, tarpon, tasseled woobegong, whale shark, yellow tang, and zebra shark. So there was a lot of stuff going on inside that tank. Supposedly, no sunfish. Supposedly, according to the AI overview, it costs $290 million. So $290 million. And it was built by Home Depot. I don't know how accurate that is, but I would believe it. There are over 500. Well, no, that's not right. So it does sound like the kind of place that I would enjoy. I've never seen now there was a $250 million donation that went to building it. That's according to Wikipedia. So I really don't know what the actual truth of the matter is. I do have a couple of announcements. But I need to find where I put it. I think I put it here. Come on. I'm going to announce tonight's Zoo To Do. We will be doing Zoo Nuremberg. Believe it's a German zoo. I took a quick glance at it. So, that's what we're doing tonight. That would be awesome. There's a lot of places that offer internships. There's also some colleges in the area or in the United States that are teaching zoos. So you get your degree, but you also get hands-on animal care as well. This week we have Friday, Learn to Care Timberwolf and Short-Eared Dogs. And then on the 16th, we are doing a subscriber-only channel planning session. So that is what's happening this week. Friday, we're doing Timberwolf and then Short-Eared Dog, which is something new to me. And then dolphins are awesome. I'm trying to think what the easiest way to do this. I'm just going to read it off of here because I know it's here. So So, yesterday's video was supposed to be African penguins. That did not happen. So African penguins go back into the bag for later. After live today, I am going to be working on a video on Lyme disease. The rest of the week looks like this. We will be looking at the African forest peach as a edible medicinal plant. We'll be looking at the history of the avocado as a food plant. For the very first time in the history of the channel, we will get a glance at the aardwolf. We will then be taking a look at why sometimes standing out in nature might be a good thing. We will also be taking a look at the Maasai giraffe, as it'll be making its first appearance on the channel. And then lastly, we will be looking at the European brown bear and why it might make a good pet. What do you think the score will be? I think it's going to be pretty low, but we'll find out. Is that everything I have? I think so. So yeah, if you don't know, I will not be, if I miss a video, I think I've already addressed this, but if I miss a video, the topic for that day, the next day, will not be the video that was supposed to be. So like Mondays was supposed to be African penguin. That is not going to happen. It'll skip to whatever video will be up the next day, and maybe something else will join its place. I don't know. But yeah, we are gaining like crazy. Also, if I have not addressed your comments yet, I will be doing that. Subscribers, let's go over this real quick. We have 1,686 subscribers. That is 87 in the last 28 days. We have 35.2 thousand views, 279.6 watch time hours as of the last 28 days. Top videos in the last 48 hours. I'm probably not going to cover all of them. We'll cover the top 3. It includes Whale Tales, of course. It had 557 views in the last 48 hours. I'm being sarcastic, but here are the facts. 193 views in the last 48 hours. And Basking Shark Toy Review, 112 views. And our other things, our other joyful things, we have 2,763 valid public watch hours. I'm getting scared. And 23,000 public shorts views. I cannot help to get a little bit scared every time I look at that. I did something I don't usually do very often. And guys, if you're on the Spooky channel, there is a guy that if you like my stuff, you have to subscribe to him. because I will be pulling stories from him, but of course they will be my little take on them. If you give me a second, I will give you his name. Maybe. Maybe I will, if I can find him. It is T's story time. I will type that into the chat. The difference between me and him is I actually do stories while he focuses on more of the creepiness, cryptids and weird folklore, and not a lot on ghost hauntings, but cryptids for sure, weird folklore. Yeah, check him out if you want. I think I'm going to start doing this where I give you guys people I'm subscribed to. He does it by state. So that is something you can check out and see if he's covered that. Somebody else that I follow, because I really enjoy his interactions with his bird, is Mr. Max TV. He's a great guy. I don't know if he goes live on his channel. But I'll post a link to his. This is a link to Mr. Max TV. He has a pet cockatoo whose name is Max. And his channel is all about Max. I always do that. I always end up getting out of frame. Ooh, I need to shave, guys. And I need a haircut. Ross Lunch. I will look and see. So if you like cockatoos, his channel is awesome. Max, in the video that I posted, it is Max's birthday, and he is they're doing an unboxing. So, and Max is very vocal, and he does talk a little bit. I will have to see if Hi Vibe with Shung. Gosh darn it. I did it again. Why do I do that? Ding, 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 ding. Nature. Hence the, well, I don't know. What do you already have? If he's talking, northern right whale would be cool. I don't know. Ross Lynch, actor fan. I don't know if he's done Mothman. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I somehow ended up canceling live. I was trying to move up the screen, Ross Lynch, and everybody. And I was scrolling up and accidentally hit the link for the cockatoo guy. And it kicked me out alive. So that was joyful. Oh, and the story for the Spooky Channel is called Our Gift. And it has two main characters in it, Isabella and Isaiah. And they have a unique gift. They can see what you're hiding. All of those dirty little secrets that people keep. My two characters can see those. Should be interesting. I don't know what shape the story is going to take, but not in the sense that they can walk by you and know what you're thinking. But they can sort of mind read. Oh, it doesn't have to be dirty secrets. But like, let's say oh, that would be horrendous. I think that is just horrible. I mean, if you're going to proclaim to the world that you're a psychic and then you're going to go and do that, yeah, no. I wouldn't say that Isaiah and Isabella are psychics. But I would imagine they imagine they would have like a really hard time getting like they would know if somebody said, well, I didn't steal that, they would know. Or if somebody had unalived somebody, they would know that by just passing you by on the street. Kind of creepy. I haven't yet decided exactly what shape the story's going to take, but I will work on that, probably after live, because I have to start that story. I don't know if I have anything else. I don't think I have anything else. I think that's it. So I will open it up to everybody else for chat for 15 minutes. Unless you're all tired and you want to disappear. I don't think I have. Most of the movies that I watch are on Tubi. And I think the last thing I watched on Tubi was wrestling, to be honest. Um, WWE, so fake wrestling, but that's okay. Well, this is no, not all wrestling is fake. World the World Wrestling Entertainment. Yeah, that's probably fake. Right. But there's also wrestling that they do in like school, like in colleges and stuff, and that's pretty real. But yeah, the stuff that you see on the WWE, that's that's sports entertainment. And they do rehearse and they practice. But yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. I agree. I remember we did wrestling in gym when I was in high school. Yeah, there was nobody in my weight class. I had to wrestle somebody that was probably triple my weight, maybe double my weight. I don't know. And it was no contest. Very cool. Oh my gosh. When I was a kid, you're probably going to have to look him up. Not going to lie, you'll have to look him up. He is the Undertaker. Or not the Undertaker, sorry. I did like the Undertaker, but Jake the Snake Roberts. Nowadays, I don't really have one. Jake the Snake Roberts was interesting. He usually came into the ring. No, that's somebody else. Jake the Snake Roberts would come in with a bag over his shoulders. And if he beat you, if he won the match, he would open up that bag. And it usually contained a big old python. Yeah, there was one that had a really vile sock puppet. I can't think of what his name was. And Jake would let the snake crawl over you. There was even one time that I'm aware of that he brought a king cobra into the ring. Mick Foley. His character Mankind had a sock puppet named Mr. Socko. Yeah, but they make a lot of money, or can make a lot of money. Shawn Michaels, who was a wrestler, has a net worth of around 10 million. As of mid 2025, he has around 25 million. Yeah, it gets a little old. What I watch is NXT and what is it? Evolve. So Evolve are people that are looking to become big in the WWE. So they're not full-fledged WWE wrestlers. I don't think all of them are. I don't think they're all on steroids, but I do know that some of them were. I only get mean if pushed. I think you already answered that. The difference is at the end of the day, you know it's fake. It's not like going out and taking part in like a Coliseum thing. Okay, guys, it is 2:15. I need to eat again. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Love you all. Goodbye. Have a good one. Bye-bye.